In this video, I'm going to talk about another tense, future tense, and that tense is future perfect continuous tense. Now, first of all, what is the construction, or we can call this the structure of future, the structure of future perfect continuous tense. Now, the structure is we use subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus verb ing, or we can call this present participle. That is the positive sentence. For the negative, we use subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus been plus present participle. And this is negative, positive, negative, and the question forms we use will or shall plus subject plus have plus been plus verb ing and the question mark. Now, these are the structures, positive, negative, and the question form of what? Future perfect continuous tense. As it is clear from its name, we have ing form, continuous, and perfect tense, and also future. Now, if I have to give an example, look, we can say we will have been working here for 10 years, for example, for 10 years by 2023, for example. Now, this is structure. We will have been working here for 10 years. Will plus, have plus, been plus, verb ing. Present, future perfect tense. This is the structure, positive. But for the negative one, I just have to say we will not, or we won't have been. Look, we won't have been working here. We won't have been working here for 10 years. Continuous. For the question form, we have to use at the beginning. What do we say? We can say, will we have been working here for 10 years by 2023? And the negative interrogative, we use not after we or before we. Now, these are all the structures of future perfect continuous tense. Now, let's go and talk about the definition and the usage of future perfect continuous tense. As it's clear from its name, the definition of future continuous tense, we use future perfect continuous tense. Number one here, it talks about an action. Look, it is used, to express an action that will be in progress before another activity, before another action in the future. Now, it talks about an action that will be in progress before another action in the future. So we use future perfect continuous tense. Look, let's have a chart. If I have a chart here, this is future time, past, present, and future. This is time. Now, it talks about an action that will start in the future. Look, will start and will continue for a period of time. Let's say duration. It will continue for a period of time before another action in the future. Or we can say it will be in progress, or it will continue. Or it talks about the duration of an activity before another action in the future tense. We use future perfect tense. For example, let's say for example, started teaching in the future, in the past future, and by the end of a year. If I want to say that, for example, look, if I say I will have been teaching here, I will have been teaching here for 7 years by, for example, 2023. Now, if I say I will have been teaching here, teaching, for example, let's say teaching here for 27 years by 2023. Now, in this sentence, this action of teaching started in the past, now, and the future. By 2023, it will be how many years? It will be, for example, 7 years. If I want to talk about the definition, I have to say what? Duration. I have to say future perfect continuous tense. As I said, it is most used for the duration of action verbs in the future. Duration of action verbs in the future. If I want to talk about duration of action verbs in the future, I have to use future perfect continuous tense. Or let's say, for example, he will have, like I say, he will have worked, look, he will have worked in that company for, let's say, for example, for 2 years by the time, look, by the time you arrive, let's say by the time you come. Now you leave, you go, and by the time you come back, it will be 2 years that person will have worked in that company. So we can say he will have worked for work, or we can also say he will have been working. Both of them are right for working. But for the other actions, we have to use will have been working. But for work and live, we can use both of them. Or the next one, for example, we will have been playing. We will have been playing for 2 hours. By the time you arrive. Now you go and we start playing, and until you come back, it will be 2 hours that we will be playing. So we can say we will have been playing. We will have been playing for 2 hours by the time you arrive. So this action of playing will start in the future. That action of playing will start and will continue for 2 hours by the time you come back or arrive. So we can use what? We have to use future perfect continuous tense. Let's give another example. Or for example, let's say, for example, she will have been, let's say, for example, writing. She will have been writing for 3 hours by the time I call her. Now this action, look, action of writing will start and will continue for 3 hours in the future by the time I call. So we have to use future perfect. It talks about an action that will be in progress before another action or active in the future, where you can say it talks about an action that will start and will continue for a period of time before another action in the future tense. We have to use future continuous tense. Now if I want to change it to negative, I have to say she will not have been writing. For the question form, we can say will she have been writing, and will she not have been writing, or will not she have been writing. So these are the definitions of future perfect continuous tense. Let me say again. Future perfect continuous tense talks about an activity, an action that will start and will continue for a period of time before another action in the future tense. We also use by the time, and here we use for. We have to use future perfect continuous tense. And these are the usages and the definitions. Thank you.